But what does this mean for the big companies? Are they worried?
Investors are definitely worried. DeepSeek is making them think if all that money going into American AI is worth it. Some investors are even backing off, waiting to see what happens.
All right, let's dive in. Today we're looking at the world of AI, specifically a Chinese company called DeepSeek that's got everybody talking.
It's a big deal. They're really changing things.
So imagine, right, all these American AI companies spending billions saying you need huge data centers, all the expensive hardware.
It's what everybody thinks. Tons of money equals big AI.
Then DeepSeek just appears, and they're getting similar results, but built their system for, get this, under $6 million. And it runs on older, cheaper stuff.
Yeah, people are calling it AI's Sputnik moment. Kind of makes sense, right? Because it changes how we think about AI development.
Wait, under $6 million for cutting-edge AI? How is that even possible?
Well, apparently they use this thing called hardware-aware neural architecture search.
Yeah.
So they basically made their AI work really well with the older hardware instead of just using raw power.
So they're working smarter, not harder. I like that. Makes you wonder if this could change everything, from big budgets to smaller, faster development. Maybe David can beat Goliath after all. But it's not just investors, right? DeepSeek's app is doing really well too.
For sure. Top downloads in the US and UK, and that's partly because it's open source.
Yeah, open source. So anyone can use it, change it, build on it.
Exactly. So it's not just strong AI, it's a platform for, well, everyone to work together and make new things. Really different from how the American companies do it, you know, keeping everything secret.
I can see where this is going. Open source could change the whole game. A global team all working on DeepSeek, pushing things further, it's exciting. But doesn't that also mean it could be used the wrong way?
Well, yeah, that's the thing about open source. It could make AI available to everyone, but you also have to trust people use it responsibly, which can be hard globally.
Like anything powerful, there's good and bad, right? And this tech analyst, Carmen Levy, she compares DeepSeek to the whole TikTok issue.
Yeah, and she's right. There were concerns about TikTok and user data, but DeepSeek being AI, it could be even worse, you know, more invasive.
Right. AI is all about looking at and learning from data. So in theory, it could get to more information than a social media app could.
Exactly. And the thing is, according to Levy, a lot of North American users aren't as worried about security as you'd think.
It's like they want the cool AI so much, they don't care about the risks.
Maybe, or maybe they just don't really get the risks. AI is pretty new, and a lot of people don't understand it.
Like the early internet days, everyone was so excited to be online, they didn't think about the dangers.
That's a good way to put it. And just like with the internet, we got to be careful. We need to enjoy what AI can do, but also remember the risks.
Like, they're making AI for everyone. The big companies must be nervous. But it's not just being open and easy, right? They're even better than some of the other AI in certain ways.
Right. One problem with a lot of AI now is the data they learn from. It can be incomplete or biased, you know.
So bad data makes bad AI.
That's it. But DeepSeek says they've made a better model, one that can learn from more types of data and isn't as biased.
Hold on, are we talking about AI that's not just powerful and easy to use, but also more ethical? That's a big claim.
It is, and we need to see more proof. But the fact that they're even talking about this is important. Shows they're thinking about these things, you know, the ethics of AI and trying to do it right.
That's good to hear. Feels like a lot of companies only care about money, not the bigger picture.
Yeah, money often drives new tech, but DeepSeek seems different. They're building more than just a company, it's like a community.
Right, that community thing, that's what makes open source so interesting. It's like they're saying, let's all make AI better together. But like we said before, there's the other side, the security worries.
Can't forget about those. That comparison to TikTok, it's a real reminder of what could go wrong. Remember, we're talking about AI that could get into tons of data.
And being open source, you don't know exactly how that data is being used or who has access.
Exactly. Big questions about transparency, who's responsible, and if it could be misused.
Like the early internet days, everyone was just excited to be online, didn't think about the bad stuff that could happen.
Exactly. And like the internet, gotta find a balance. Enjoy what AI can do, but be smart about the risks too.
Okay, so amazing new AI, powerful, cheap, open source, changing the industry, everyone loves it. But there are serious questions about security, ethics, and the future of AI development.
It's complicated and it's changing fast. It'll be really interesting to see how this all goes.
Speaking, Exactly. So let's talk about the people behind DeepSeek. What can we learn from them? I mean, they built this incredible AI with what, like almost no money.
It is amazing, right? It makes you think maybe you don't need billions of dollars and huge teams to do big things in AI.
So what's the secret? Some geniuses coding in their garage.
They definitely have a lot of talent, but it's more than that. They have this clear goal, they're not afraid to do things differently, and they're really dedicated to what they're doing. It's pretty inspiring.
It's like that whole move fast and break things thing you hear about with Silicon Valley startups.
Yeah, but they're also being thoughtful about it, you know? It's not just throwing stuff out there to see what works. They're thinking about how their work will affect things.
Which brings us back to that community idea.
Yeah.
Open source isn't just making AI available for everyone. It's about working together and sharing responsibility.
Absolutely. DeepSeek's not just building a company, they're starting a movement. They want developers and researchers from all over to join them, help shape the future of AI.
Okay, so for our listeners, what's the big takeaway here?
I think DeepSeek shows us that new ideas can come from anywhere.
It's like a call to action for all of us to be more curious, more involved, and not afraid to question how things are done.
And it gives us a glimpse of what AI could be: more accessible, more collaborative, and ultimately more human.
Love that. More human. That's what we should all be working towards. So to everyone listening, thanks for joining us on this DeepSeek deep dive. We hope you learned something and it got you thinking.
And keep exploring this stuff. The future of AI is still being written, and we all have a say in how it turns out.
Stay curious and keep asking questions.